Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Teacher's Time Off with Adora. Welcome, and welcome back again to today's video with Adora Iguma on the Teacher's Time Off with Adora. And so last week we started to talk about 10 assessment tools or 10 tech assessment tools that we could use as teachers, or even if you are a presenter or a facilitator in any organization. These are tech tools for assessment that you can use or employ with your audience. And we started last week to talk about 5 of them, and so this week we are going to be talking about another 5. You can't see my face right now, but trust me, in some seconds you will be able to see my face. But before then, if you are just joining us for the first time, I want to say welcome. I'm throwing confettis for you in the air. You are most welcome to the Teacher's Time Off with Adora. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for coming. Thank you for staying here and being with me and encouraging me. I love you so much. But if you've not subscribed, if you're new here and you have not subscribed, maybe you came across my videos or someone shared it with you, ensure that you click the subscribe button right now, and also click the all button as well, so that you can see my videos when I go live or when I upload new videos. So ensure you do that right now. Do not miss it for anything. Okay, so in about a minute I'm going to be taking you to Zoom, where I shared 5 tech tools or tech assessment tools that you can use with your audience. I took you through them, and I showed you how to employ them with your audience. So I'm using the past tense because I'm just imagining that you are about to go through them, because I've already recorded the video. So I showed you, right? Or I show you, anyone that you choose anyway. So enjoy the video and stay till the end, because trust me, the tools I shared in this particular video are not very common. Some people don't know about them, or some teachers do not know about them. And so I want you to stay till the end. And also, there's something that I need you to do at the end for me, and I really appreciate that. Okay, I'll see you at the end of the video. Bye. Hi there. Welcome to part 2 of our assessment tools, tech assessment tools or applications that you can use on your system, on your phone, to ensure that your assessment game is on a 100 and it is fun and more engaging. Students are not under pressure, and to ensure that it is formative assessment you're carrying out and not summative assessment. Okay. So I'm going to be sharing my screen in a bit. I want you to follow me, okay? So I'm going to be taking you to where I'm going to be sharing 5 other tools that you can use for your assessment, okay? Let's go. One moment. I'm going to be there soon. So the first one I'm going to be sharing is Slido. First of all, I first came across Slido when I was at a pitch competition early this year, and I loved it. Why? Because you could have polls, right, and quizzes and audience Q and A's. Is it Q's and A's? Oh, yeah, questions and answer session right there, by just giving your audience a code or giving your students a code. So they just put in the code on their systems or when they're at home, and they can give answers to polls or quizzes, or they can ask you questions live and direct. You can also integrate your slides or your presentations from Google Slides or Microsoft PowerPoint right here on Slido. So this is how Slido looks like. You just go to slido.com and it takes you straight to set up your account. I have already set up my account, so I'm just going to be showing you how this works. So you just create your Slido My event name is Teachers Time Off, right? Which starts today. So this is my code. This is the code that my students are going to put in. I'm just going to copy that. You can create your Slido. It takes you straight into the participant mode where you can see this is like the back end of everything. I'm also going to show you how it looks like for your students as well. Excuse me. So you can create quizzes, like that's what they call create your polls. Under there you can create live poll surveys or quizzes, right? If you come here to multiple choice, right, you can create your questions. What would you like to ask? Have you, and I'm going to drop a code. I'm going to drop a code in the comments. So when you see it, ensure that you come into Slido to answer the question, okay? So I'm going to save that, right? Oh, so add options, yes or no. So it's going to be multiple choice, right? Which is, so I'm just going to see yes, and my next one is no, right? So let's launch it. Like I said, I'm not going in there, so let's launch it, right? So this is participant mode. This is how it's going to look like on the phone of your students. Can you see it here? This is how it's going to look like here. I hope you're able to see that, right? So have you eaten? Yes, sending. That's how it's going to look like on your participant's phone. So it's very transparent with polls where everybody can see how the polls are going. So this is a way you can create transparent assessment processes with your students. So everybody can see that this is the person that is winning in a competition, or this is the most answered question. You know, this, you know, the way Who Wants to Be a Millionaire is, where they ask the audience to answer a question and they choose an answer, the most correct. This is how that can work, right? So I will just delete. You can assign, when you can assign, choose to assign a particular one. So audience Q's and A's. So if you ask, you can ask participants to send in questions by using this code, right? So let me show you something, guys. Let me show you something. Participant mode. So this is how, if you are going into a system, or I've already answered it. If you're going into a system, you just put in the code. It takes them here. Have you eaten? Can you see that? And I can also type my question. Miss Adora, have you eaten too? Right? Awesome stuff. Very, very beautiful. So let me create a poll on Slido, and let's see how that works. So I'm going to delete this first one. I'm going to delete it, and where am I? Okay, a second tab is open. I'm going to delete this and create another one. I'm going to create one right now. Teachers Time Off with Dora. Start date will be from Monday, and it's going to end, no, sorry, from Tuesday when you see this video, and it's going to end next week, Monday, right? Before I post a new video. And this is my event code. I'm just going to copy that so that you guys can put it in. Okay, so I want to create a poll. Oh, they're also, by the way, they're also templates. I forgot to show you. So you can have like a word cloud. You can have like a word cloud. It's very, very beautiful, where you can just, for example, this is a template. What country are you joining us from, right? So if you launch this, people that get the code can just put in where they're coming from, and you see it at the back. You can try it out. Try it and let me know. Let me know about that. I'm not going to try it for you. I'm not going to try it for you. I'm not going to try it for you.
We can also have like polls and ranks and to carry out surveys. You can see this one from 1 to 5. What is your energy level today? Without using the title of your job, tell me what you do. If you could travel time, what would you rather, whom would you rather meet? And all of those great things. So let me use the word cloud instead. So in 1 or 2 words, how has teacher's time off with Adora been? Yes, I'm going to do that. So enable profanity filter. You can see nobody can come here to curse. So I'm going to save that. And I'm going to get I'm going to share it. This is where it's going to be. I've copied it, and I could as well get the code. I know I've already gotten the code, so yes. So I'm going to drop this in the comments so that you will take it. Oh, I have to even change the date because you're not going to see this video till next week. So let me edit that. Let me edit that. This will come up next week, Tuesday. 12 a.m. by 8:15, because by then the video will be up. 46. All right. I'm good to go. I'm good to go. I'm good to go. I'm good to go. So up next, we have Typeform. I'm sure many of you have seen the use of Typeform. Typeform is beautiful. I will not lie. I prefer the interface of Typeform to Google Form. It's just more beautiful. There's just so much. There's just so much that you can do, and you can you can have a template that's already made, and you can see it's beautiful. It's really, really beautiful. So let's see a course feedback, for instance. You want to know how your class has been with your students, right? So you see this. We have 5 to 10 minutes to answer 32 questions. And you can see it has this, the background is nice. You can pick options. And the great thing about this is that you can link an option to the next question. So probably if they say, have you taken, no, for example, did you understand this subject or this particular topic? Just for example, you don't ask questions like that, but you don't just say, did you understand the topic? No, you have to ask, you have to be more specific. Did you understand definition of rocks or the types of rocks? If they say yes, they move on to the next question. If they say no, you can link no to the next question where they have to answer what in the types of rocks did you not understand. Okay, you can do that in Typeform. You can do a lot of things. You can see this. You can also have your quizzes right there in Typeform. So you can export Typeform. It's very, very beautiful. It's very useful, very, very useful. And it's more for me, if you're a professional, it's more professional. And for your students, it's more, you can add color to it for your students to love, right? And then we have Quizlet. I love Quizlet as well. So for Quizlet, you can create your courses on Quizlet, and you can turn your courses or flashcards into quizzes. So for example, I made a glossary for a particular class that, for my students, and they have these flashcards. I created flashcards. Now, these flashcards, I can turn them to quizzes. And, so you can see the flashcards. I created a glossary here for my students, and it's going to be in form of flashcards to them. So I can turn it to a test for them and say, okay, if they've gone through the flashcards, this means. So I want to know if they were able to do it properly. It's raining right here, so that's why I'm looking at the window. So the first one is the process of passing instruction from a person or a group with the aim of helping them learn a concept. What is that? Is it learning, true or false, right? So this is true or false. It isn't true or false. false here. The process and methods used in delivering content in the context of teaching. Select the correct term. So you can see like they've done it for you. So even matching. And this is another beautiful thing about Quizlet. They give you different assessment methods to check the students. So I highly recommend Quizlet over Kahoot for this particular one. And this one is free. Kahoot, to unlock some of those features, you have to pay, right? You have to upgrade, but this is free. So for example, this is matching. So select from the list below which one. So I just click and come here again, click the next one, click. If I'm correct, they will let me know. If I'm not correct, they will let me know. Do you understand? Because remember, under formative assessments, there are different things. You have multiple choice, you have matching, you have filling the blanks, you have true, false. So this covers all the methods. In written response, for which is an assessment method, you can have short answers, you can have extended responses. It covers every single thing. So I absolutely recommend Quizlet for your assessments. Let's move on to Mentimeter. Let's move on to Mentimeter. With Mentimeter, you can create quizzes, you can create presentations, right? So when I say assessment, just know that assessment is not just covering gathering of data. When you've gotten your data, when you've seen that you know, your students, whether your students are doing well, they're not doing well, you've diagnosed the learning gaps in your students' learning process. To adjust your instructions, you can use these tools as well. So for templates, you have classrooms, you have quizzes, you have great templates that you can use for presentation. This works almost like PowerPoint. So it's going to be very easy for you to use, even for the quizzes as well. So you can see the slide type here. You can see it's either I do a word cloud or I do ranking or a Q&A and all of those things. So yeah, very brilliant for quizzes. So this also covers different assessment methods. Together, I'm about wrapping up so we can see this education. You can see all of these beautiful things. It's a very great quiz place. You can see it has for polls, surveys, fun and games. Students can play games, business and meetings. Very, very, very great, you know, templates that we have here for slides if you want. All right, so let's move to the last one. Excuse me. The last one is Zoom polls and quizzes. So right here in Zoom, you can have your quizzes. I'm going to stop sharing now and try to see if I can share my Zoom screen, right? I want to see if I can share my Zoom window, if it is possible. But if it's not possible, it is fine. I will just explain how you can do that without stress. So the first thing that you want to do for Zoom is to open your Zoom account online. So you go to www.zoom.us/sign in so that you can sign into your account. www.zoom.us US. So say us or slash sign in. Okay. So I'm going to be sharing my screen so that you see this is how Zoom looks like online, that is on the web, not your phone. So you do this on your web. So I schedule my meeting. So you can create your polls before the meeting. You can create it right there in the meeting. But because I cannot share my Zoom screen itself, I'll try to show you how you can do it behind the scenes as well. But if you have the upgraded Zoom version, because this is available, I don't think it's available to free. I think it's just available to be upgraded, if I'm not mistaken, because I use the upgraded version, the Pro, Zoom Pro. So at the bottom of your Zoom, where you see like chats, the mic icon and the video icon and some other icons. That's where you will see the icon for polls right there. So under polls, you can create quizzes, you can create polls, and for surveys. So meeting, I'm going to leave in at my meeting, and I'm just going to save this because then all of this info. So where we want is this place, the polls. So we can create polls. Either we can create these polls where people answer right there in the meeting just to have a feel, just to get feedback on certain things. That this is for surveys, but advanced polls and quizzing, this is for actual quizzes. Yeah, and you can make it required or not. And what you do is just to save, right? I don't want to save because I'm still going to delete it when I'm done. And you can also choose the kind. You can choose multiple choice. You can choose matching. You can choose rank order, short length, long length, fill in the blank, rating scale. So it is a great tool. Some people don't even know that you can do these things with Zoom, but it is a great tool for carrying out assessment in an online class. So I'm not just talking to elementary teachers, I'm talking to those people that like me that teach adults as well. So you can do this right here online. So what you do in the Zoom class is just to click on polls and you can launch the particular poll. You name your poll or your quiz, and during your class, you just launch it and everybody sees it, right? And you can create different ones for different points in the meeting so that you keep your meeting engaging, right? For example, you're just starting a meeting, you want to ask maybe questions, oh, what is da 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 da, just one question and people answer. At some point, you ask again, maybe you want to take a water break, use that to take a water break for people to just ask fun questions for to keep the engagement on and to keep people going on. Okay. All right, I'm going to stop sharing and I'm going to see you over on a different camera in a bit. Thank you so much for listening. And I hope you take these tools to heart. Take it to heart because they are really great.
Hi there. Okay, so what I want you to do right now is to comment what you loved about the video, and also don't forget, I'm going to be dropping a Slido link. I'm going to drop in a Slido link, so ensure you click on that link. If you watch the video, you will know what Slido is, right? Ensure you click on the link and let me know what you think. I'm not going to tell you the question, I'm just going to drop the link there for you. Okay, well, let me know what tool you're going to be trying out. Which ones have you tried before, and what do you think they can do? What other things can they do apart from the things I have mentioned in my video? What other things can they do apart from what I have mentioned in the video? So let me know in the comments. Don't forget to like, don't forget to comment, don't forget to share, and most importantly, don't forget to subscribe. I love you, and I'll see you next week Tuesday. Bye bye.